Dahil sa pagkalugi ng Prudential Life Plans Incorporated at ilang pre-need companies noon, practical pa nga bang mag-invest sa insurance at sa iba pang pre-need plans? May report si Claire Delfin.
Mas malaking capital, trust fund na hindi dapat magagalaw maliban sa eksklusibong benepisyo ng plan holders. Ilan lamang ito sa mga ipinatupad sa mga pre-need company mula nang naisabatas ang Pre-Need Code of the Philippines noong 2009. Kaya mula sa dating mahigit 50 pre-need companies, nasa 20 na lang ang may lisensya ngayong mag-operate sa Pilipinas. Binuo ang batas para maiwasang maulit ang nangyari sa kaso ng Pacific Plans Incorporated kung saan libo-libong plan holders ang hindi na kinayang bayaran. Pero ilang taon lang ang nakakaraan. Ang Prudential Life Plans Incorporated o PPI naman ang natupasang walang sapat na pondo para bayaran ang plan holders nito.
Financial experts caution parents against buying pre-need plans for their children's educational requirements. Gus Colshaw, president of First Metro Asset Management, says some pre-need companies are encountering trouble because they promise their clients fixed returns based on high interest rates that prevailed at the time the plans were purchased but have since gone down.
In our case, we had been telling people for the last 10 years that mutual funds would probably be a better investment vehicle for your future educational needs, because fund managers do have a track record of not promising returns but delivering returns.
With these issues happen to the pre-need companies in our country in the past few years, do we really know what benefits it gives to its consumers? Let's find that out in this video.
The pre-need industry.
The pre-need industry refers to a business and service that provide products and services related to end-of-life planning and arrangements. This industry allows individuals to make arrangements for their end-of-life needs in advance, relieving their loved ones of the burden of making these decisions during difficult and emotional time.
So these are the types of pre-need planners. An educational insurance plan is essentially a life insurance plan that pays out a sum of money once your child enters college. It is also sometimes referred to as a child education savings plan.
There are several types of educational plans, including academic plans. These plans typically involve selecting a course of study, setting academic goals, and developing a plan for completing coursework and achieving desired outcomes. Academic plans may also involve working with an academic advisor or mentor to identify opportunities for internships, research projects, or other forms of experiential learning. Career plans. These plans focus on identifying career goals and developing a plan for acquiring the skills and experience needed to achieve those goals. Career plans may involve researching career paths, networking with professionals in the field, and identifying opportunities for training or professional development. Continuing education plans. These plans focus on ongoing learning and development, often outside of traditional academic settings. Continuing education plans may involve attending workshops, conferences, or other training events, or pursuing online courses or certifications. Personal learning plans. These plans focus on developing new skills or pursuing personal interests. Personal learning plans may involve identifying areas of interest, seeking out resources or mentors, and setting specific goals for learning and growth. By creating an educational plan, individuals can gain clarity and focus in their educational pursuits, as well as a framework for achieving their goals. Educational plans can also help individuals stay motivated and accountable, providing a roadmap for ongoing learning and development.
A pension plan is an employee benefit plan established or maintained by an employer or by an employee organization such as a union or both, that provides retirement income or defers income until termination of covered employment or beyond.
There are two main types of pension plans: defined benefit plans. In a defined benefit plan, the employer guarantees a specific retirement benefit to the employee, typically based on factors such as length of service, salary, and age at retirement. The employer bears the investment risk and is responsible for ensuring that there are sufficient funds to pay the promised benefits. Defined contribution plans. In a defined contribution plan, the employer and/or employee contribute a certain amount of money into a retirement account, such as a 401k or individual retirement account, IRA. The employee bears the investment risk, and the retirement benefit is based on the value of the account at retirement. Some common features of pension plans include vesting. Vesting refers to the amount of time an employee must work for an employer before becoming eligible for pension benefits. Contribution limits. Pension plans may have contribution limits, which specify the maximum amount of money that can be contributed to the plan each year. Investment options. Pension plans may offer a variety of investment options, such as stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Payout options. Pension plans may offer various payout options for retirees, such as a lump sum payment or a regular stream of payments over time. Pension plans can be an important part of retirement planning, providing a reliable source of income for retirees. However, it's important to carefully review the terms and features of any pension plan and to consider other retirement savings options as well.
Life plans refers to a various goals, aspiration, and priority that an individual has for their life. These plans can encompass a wide range of areas, including career, relationship, personal growth, health, and finances. Developing a life plan can involve setting specific goals and objectives, as well as creating a roadmap for achieving those goals. Some common elements of a life plan may include career goals. This is the ideal state that you aim for in your professional life. Career goals can be characterized as a short-term or long-term depending on how much you anticipate working toward achieving your goal. Relationship goals characterize various actions or couples themselves that display a depth of connection someone wants in their own love life. Next is personal growth. Goals will help you become a better individual and benefit your health and well-being in many ways. It's also useful in many aspects of your life, including your career or business, relationship, and much more. Next is financial goals. Are targets set by an individual to achieve financial milestone or plans. In other words, they are financial objectives that our individual wishes to accomplish within a certain time frame. Next is health goals. Is one that is unique and meaningful to you and set a positive tone for your health and fitness journey, especially when it comes to how you think about your body. By creating a life plan, individual can gain a greater sense of direction and purpose, as well as a framework for making decisions and taking action toward their goals. A life plan can also provide motivation and accountability, helps individuals to stay focused and on the track toward their desired outcomes. Memorial plan is a pre-planned arrangement for the memorialization of a deceased person. This may include the selection, the final resting place such as cemetery plot and a niche in a mausoleum, as well as arrangement for memorial service or celebration of a life ceremony. A memorial plan can be made in advance to help loved ones cope in the emotional and practical aspect of dealing with the loss of a loved ones.
Funeral plan is a prepaid plan designed to cover the cost of the funeral service, including the casket, embalming, funeral director fees, and other related expenses. A funeral plan is typically purchased from a funeral home or funeral service provider, and it is designed to provide peace of mind to both the individual and their family by ensuring that the funeral expenses are covered.
In summary, a funeral plan is focused on covering the costs associated with a funeral service, while a memorial plan is focused on planning for the memorialization of a deceased person.
Cremation plans. A cremation plan is a pre-planned arrangement for the cremation of a deceased person. Cremation is an alternative to traditional burial and involves the reduction of a body to ashes through intense heat. A cremation plan typically involves the selection of a cremation service provider and the specific cremation services that will be performed. Cremation plans can be beneficial for individuals who want to ensure that their final wishes are carried out, as well as for family members who want to avoid the stress and expense of making arrangements for a loved one's cremation after their passing. By pre-planning a cremation, individuals can also make decisions about the disposition of their remains, such as scattering the ashes in a particular location or placing them in a niche or urn. It's important to note that cremation plans can vary depending on the provider and the specific services selected.
Interment plan typically referred to a pre-arranged funeral plan that involves the burial of human remains. This plan can be purchased in advance of an individual death, and they often include the purchase of a burial plot or a mausoleum space, as well as funeral services such as transformation of the body, preparation of the body for burial, and the purchase of a casket or urn. Interment plan can be a way for individuals to make their end-of-life arrangement ahead for the time and relieve their loved ones of the financial and logistical burden of planning a funeral during a difficult time. By pre-planning and pre-paying for this arrangement, individuals can also ensure that their final wishes are honored and carried out after their passing. It is important to note that interment plan may vary in terms of the specific services and product they cover, as well as the cost involved. It's important to research and choose a reputable provider and carefully review the terms and conditions of any interment plan before entering into any contractual agreement.
The Philippine pre-need industry consists primarily of three major market segments. The memorial plan market leads the industry with a majority market share of 98.2%. The education and pension plan segments are 0.15% and 1.65% market share respectively. This means that among the three, the memorial plans have become dramatically more relevant than any other pre-need segment in the industry. This also means that the public is more confident to choose prepaid memorial plans over all others. Unlike in the past, memorial pre-need products have become more accepted as a necessary and an undeniable need in the future.
Deciding to prepay for a funeral can be a tough choice to make for many reasons. For one thing, most people do not want to think about their own death. Many others think, I'm too young, I don't have the money, I'm too busy, or I'll let someone else take care of it when necessary. Reality is that we will all pass away one day. It is inevitable. No one can hide. So we may as well embrace our reality and prepare ourselves so that we can ease the burden on our families if we plan correctly. Pre-planning your funeral will bring you emotional and financial benefits, such as alleviating the difficulties of decision-making in a time of grief. Guaranteed prices, meaning that the cost of your funeral won't be affected by inflation. Surviving family members are not left with the expense. You'll minimize confusion and anxiety for your surviving family members and prevent emotional overspending.
That's all about the pre-need industry. This is Group 7 presenting.